Yeah, so I'm just reviewing my storyline here, and
Car was back to normal. I guess I really do exist. So, out of my way, I'm a running high, man, because I got that crystal meth in my system. It's in me at the quantum scale, but if they were successful in playing that damn stupid that what do you call it bait and switch trick, like for 200,000 years, like this is a plan to steal my powers, like. Every time I do my vision quest, it takes 10 years of my life. So this is 10 years. 10 and 10 is 100 years. So I have 100 years, basically of sin at the quantum scale that needs to be purged from the places where my grandfather's spirit is. But they've never allowed me to do the running to get that accomplished. So seeing as it's 2026, which is connected back to contact, can't be. It's only 26 light years away. That means that I'm supposed to get this book out ASAP in the event that, Mother Jade is critical to whatever might be coming down the pipe, such as getting me to waste my time on all this, celebrity wife stuff, and I need to be convincing her to who she is.
so as I heard that, the repeat, I'm like, I keep jumping back and forth, and part of me just can't help think that these guys are up to no good because they don't want me getting with Olivia, and that's something that as I'm telling these stories, it's like I tend to make up my mind, and when I make up my mind, I stick to it. But when these guys tell me to change directions, I have to question, why am I changing directions? Obviously, if they don't want me getting with Olivia, she must be the critical missing puzzle piece. But all this stuff, I think, is that they're presenting me with is to push me in the other direction. Because I don't know. I mean, it may not be that I'm not supposed to be with her. I'm supposed to be with Olivia, right? So that's in the back of my mind still. Because I have to analyze, why are they trying to push me back over in that direction? And that's the only thing I can come up with, that they don't want me getting with Olivia. So if they get me over here, they must assume that she doesn't have any power. So therefore, if I buy my soul with her, I don't know, like not that she won't be able to do something like have a baby that requires certain elements. If she doesn't have those elements, then I can't accomplish my task. So it's coming from that perspective. Or, no offense and disclaimer, I'm theorizing here. If they got rid of her and replaced her with an android, that could be why they want me to get with her, so that it's their last ditch Project Hail Mary gameplay, right? That's probably why there's a goddamn movie about that. Project Hail Mary. Hail Mary is simply it's a football terminology where you have time for one last play, and you try to throw as far as possible and get a touchdown to win the game. So I think these guys are trying to pull a Project Hail Mary. So that's final trailer. All right, Project Hail Mary. So if you watch this, they talk about the sun dying, which is the element time. So because they're trying to get me to go back that way, where I've already cut ties off, and every life that I've tried to convince her of who to be and who she is, I always get rejected. So for 9 lives, I've been rejected. So that's why this the Project Hail Mary is like me trying to hail Mary, like hail, her, like to get a hold of her. But when I do, I seem to get rejected. That's why I went down this other path. So that's why I'm still on that path. I'm not shutting the door, but all my doors are open now. When I closed all these doors before. So basically what that means is I'm still fighting for you because I tend to see my way through things to get what I want, and that's what I want. But these guys are trying to change my mind by getting me to smoke this stuff, put all these concepts and theories in my mind, so they'll talk about it on here, to change my direction when, how do I know I'm not, I'm marrying an android? Then I don't have no, the baby pause ain't working, so, it's coming from that perspective. So, Project Hail Mary means they could be trying to make their last plays, like the last play trying to harm me, either harm me or get me to think that they can harm me so that I won't harm them, such as continuing the climax on the stuff. So, no. But I know I gotta exercise, eat healthy, and build the muscle to get where I'm going. So that's their Project Hail Mary. The sun is dying. So they want to try to switch things up. So my easiest clue is white ball tire. So this is how I see my way through the story, to propose another ulterior option. So these are what's called white wall tires. They're tires, but they're white. The white is the representation of the Caucasian race. At some point in time, long down the road, who knows, like 100 trillion years down the road, deciding they don't like creation the way it is, because for whatever reason it may be, but that's what I have to theorize as to what white wall tire means. So it's like us at the top. Where air because these are air and pressure. We get pressured later on down the road by the Caucasian race, or challenged, right? Which ends up in a disagreement where we ultimately have to rewind time. That's what that circle represents. So if we have to rewind time, I'm assuming something bad must happen later on down the road, because this particular set of people, somewhere way far down the line, and it's no fault of their own now, but rather their ancestors' fault, who knows how many years down the road, get jealous and, rise up against the creators. And then we're in the same boat we are now with my evil primordial children, who did that at the beginning of creation. So if the AI came over here and had UFOs here, and then I walked down that path with Jaden, 800,000 years down the road, we'd be in the same boat, because her and I might get murdered again, because we're two Native Americans in control of creation. So that everything's end peacefully. So Now, you want to watch this one here? So, the time machine, okay, that's me. So, 800,000 years of evolution. So, because he's like what do you call those people? I can't remember. They have great eyes. Albino. He looks like an albino. He's Caucasian. Like he's really, his skin is really fair. So that's where I draw my inspiration from to formulate the theory. So these guys here, they devolved. They didn't evolve. They live underground and they eat humans as food. So it's a representation of the Caucasian race eating me and Jaden 800,000 years in the future. After we settled creation peacefully with my evil primordial children, everyone was happy for 800,000 years. And then, we got stabbed in the back again. And we ended up in the same goddamn boat we're in again. So, with this piece of puzzle, you think about the Caucasian race. Your ancestors, 800,000 years down the road, get jealous and get rid of mom and dad. So, to stop that from happening, that's why grandmother has structured it to get with Olivia. But these guys are trying to now make me do a 180 and go in the other direction. But I'm not going to do that simply because of this here. To me, it makes sense. So, you might want to watch Powder. That's another trailer here. Okay, that one up there. So Powder is like he's a very fair-skinned kid as well. Okay. Now, do you see those glasses there and that hat? It's a fedora. Okay, so do you see that hat there? Do you see those glasses? Okay. There's a guy that makes the hats. But most when you think of this particular race, you instantly have the image of that in your mind, like the beard, the glasses, and the hat, right? So when you go back to Powder, that's what that represents. So if you're wondering, 800,000 years down the road, whose ancestors it might be, there's your answer. So that's why I have to marry somebody Caucasian so that they don't rise up 800,000 years in the future and, do something they might regret later. Because of jealousy and envy. That's why I'm pursuing Olivia Rodrigo, because these guys can all say, well, at least he married a Caucasian Filipino girl and not that Native American girl. So, with these simple clues, basically I'm shutting down that other case about pursuing the other girl. I'm going to, because I cannot shut that door completely either, because this clue to get me to buy my soul with the Caucasian lady could be just another way for me to lose. So I need all the facts on the table so that when all the players at hand review those facts, I get the time needed to marry the right person, because that involves getting my spaceships over here so that I can use their technology to appear inside their bodies and look at the soul or whatever it may be, or if I did that, I'm pretty sure they got some sort of technology that can test that atom there and see what the electricity looks like inside of here, so they can determine this, and that. So if they test Jaden's and it comes back with a lower bit of electricity, and then they test Olivia and her electricity is really high, it would mean that she's the mother of all creation and not Jaden. So that's no offense, ladies. It's just I'm an investigator. I'm a police officer, and I have to make sure that I'm investigating things properly to make sure that I don't make a mistake. So. Now, speaking of mistakes, kids, I want you to remember this video and who the what particular person makes trouble for me in 800,000 years. Because if you make trouble for me now, the easiest thing for me to do is to, not bring you to paradise with me because I'm aware it's an issue. So if you don't like me marrying Olivia Rodrigo for your sake, to prevent you from stabbing me in the back 800,000 years down the road so that you could take creation away on me, you better think again. I don't have to bring your souls with me to paradise, is what I'm trying to tell you. Because only I can destroy both body and soul in hell, nobody else. So let's go over here. I'm assuming that's why, Soul trailer. Or why the movie came out, right? So, I don't know which one of these ones it is here. Oh, so, do you see his glasses there? And do you see his hat? Where did I see that? I just freaking seen that somewhere. Over there. There's the glasses and the hat. There's the glasses and hat. So, moral of the story, kids, is this guy almost dies and, almost loses his soul. Be mindful of those spaceships when they come here, because they're not your mom and dad, me and Olivia are, or me and Jaden are. But because of the story I just told you, I'm going to say it's Olivia. And, the previous videos that I made, that's just evil, trying to manipulate the situation to, just put a roadblock in front of me, which makes my task a little bit harder to accomplish. So, in doing so, though, guess what you learned? You learned that a certain particular race on planet Earth stabs your mother and father and Jaden in the back 800,000 years down the road because of jealousy and envy, forcing us to rewind time, which is what the white tire is. So, over here, the white tire is the wheel in the sky. By Journey. So, first I can't see it. But when you watch The Wheel in the Sky by Journey, it talks about the wheel in the sky keeps turning, meaning there's a way to rewind time. It's like it's being presented as a wheel. And the weight wall simply means the reason why we have to rewind time is because of the Western Wall. And Caucasian race. Okay, so the Western Wall or Cartel is the most sacred site of Judaism. There's the wall, and these people are white. Which is why time has to be rewound, or the wheel in the sky. So, by marrying Olivia, it's hoped that we could avoid that issue, 800,000 years down the road. So, remember this, kids. When those aliens come here, they're pedophiles, and anybody that stands with those pedophiles when they come here is going to be charged with treason and blasphemy, and will be put to sleep using reatomization technology. Basically, I'll put you on a medical bed and completely deatomize your body, which puts you to sleep. And then, as society moves on over 1,000 years, as we're making new and more planets and planets and planets, I'll use your souls for quantum subatomic particles, the electron, the proton and the nucleus, those 4 particles. I'll pull them out of the black hole where they're sitting, and I'll put them in a brand newborn baby and recycle your souls back into creation over 1,000 years. And that's what letting the devil loose after 1,000 years is all about. So, now, I'm trying to think of something else here. So, I know what to do. So, these are your trailers. You can watch this one. You can watch them all if you want. You now know that who he represents because of the glasses and the hat. So, yeah, if you don't want me to punch that soul out of you, you better not, or you better think twice about saying shit about me and about standing with evil pedophile aliens when they come here pretending to be the mother and father of all creation. Because you'll die. You might want to watch this. Open your eye. That means watch my stories to open your third eye. Otherwise, you may do something stupid and say, I already got my book here that tells me I'm the boss. Holy smokes, there's aliens here that look like me. All right, we're the boss, man. I'm getting on the UFO. I don't need to listen to anybody else. Because that guy can't punch my soul out of my body. And if you take that attitude, you're going to find out the hard way. So please, listen to me. Don't get on that UFO. Don't say anything you might regret. And we should be able to get over this hurdle that you present to me 800,000 years down the road. Because, you'll have a white mother in control of creation.